envelope, so you'll get 10 if you
Would you prefer?
fill them out,
I
bring
just
them
wanna
back
make
to
sure it works.
me
If
on
you'll click
Monday, and I'll
once.
give you 10 more. Just do as
It
many
was
as you
working. Yep, go
feel
back.
comfortable with. Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome. Happy Friday. I hope you all are doing well. Just want to commend a couple of you for all of the cards. Christina turned in 80 cards today. Jerem, that 10 was awesome though, okay? No, I love it. Feel good about it, feel good about it. Okay, so today we're gonna go through Win the Buyer with one of the best, strongest buyer's agents we have in the market center. So guys, this is my friend Tawny. I've had the pleasure of getting to actually work side by side with Tawny when we were on two separate teams and we merged into one. And I was blown away by her ability to convert people, to get them to sign with her, like on a first meeting, take care of them, set the right expectations, and get them to close no matter what it takes. And then her follow-up game was something I've never seen before, or even post-closings. Okay, and lucky for you, she's going to share some of those secrets with you today. So, Tawny, now, how many years have you been in real estate?
I got licensed in 2019, so fourth year. Is that right, Matt? Yeah,
And you've been with KW for
the entire time.
the entire
Starting
time.
here. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. What would you say to yourself when you first started? If you know everything you know today, what would you say? Do this right now and don't not do it.
Gosh, consistency.
Okay.
As you know, I do a lot of social media stuff. I would have, I mean, I kept doing it. I was consistent, which is why I'm here today, but they don't teach you that in real estate courses. They don't teach you what consistency can do for your business.
Yeah, that's great advice. So whatever you're doing, try different things, but be consistent with what you do.
And have fun with it. Have fun with it. So, and I will probably say this later on, is you don't have to do it all. You don't have to. Shannon knows I'm not picking up a call and I'm not calling FISBO. I'm not knocking on a door, but you know what? Some
She's,
people
I will not
do
lead
it.
gen. And I'm like, but you are lead genning. So
I will put my
Different.
face on a live video. I will
Yes.
open an open house. I'll do all that, but you are not getting me on the phone. So,
and that's okay. And
Yeah.
her business is thriving from it. Her team, how many units did you guys do last, or I guess not last year? What are you trending to do this year?
oh gosh. I don't
Over
know.
300?
Yeah, something like that.
Easily?
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the top teams in our market center. So awesome. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
They will be engaged because they're awesome.
Yes,
So
I'm excited. This is my first Ignite, so bear with me. I would like you guys to be super interactive and ask any questions that you have. I'm an open book. So yeah. Again, my name is Tawny. We have Corey,
Christina.
Christina. What's your guys' names? Yeah, you guys all got names. You guys have been through quite a bit of classes so far, right? Learning a lot.
Like we all said, a breeze mush.
Yeah. Okay, so this just kind of goes over where we're at. I'm gonna break this by the end of the.
Yeah.
So this kind of how far you guys have made it. So congratulations, you're almost done. Well, okay, so we'll just kind of start with, we're gonna talk about, you know, of course, lead generation, how to find your buyers, how to convert them, turn them into a transaction at the end. That's our goal, right? So you guys know what an A buyer is? Ready right
Somebody's
now?
ready to buy.
We're ready to go. We're pre-approved. The buyer is mentally ready. They're educated on the market. They're not wasting your time. So we're just gonna jump in and the right.
Is there such thing as a B buyer?
A B buyer, absolutely. So, and a B buyer can be an approved buyer as well, by the way. It's not, so they can be pre-approved, but they're just not there for whatever reason, whether it's something holding them back with a lease on a rental, or maybe they're just not realistic with the market. So, and we'll talk about this a little bit more, is I have an Excel sheet where I track my buyers. So I have A buyers that are my primary people. I have B buyers where they're A buyers, but they're not quite ready to jump on that next house. And then I use my C buyers aren't pre-approved. They're 3 to 6 months out because the pre-approval is only good for 90 days. So those are kind of people I check in with a little less regularly than my A's. So Shannon had told you we had worked together for a while. Last year I got so busy and I was overwhelmed and I was like, I have all these A buyers, they're all pre-approved. What do I do? And she's like, well, which ones are gonna convert this week? Which ones are serious? Which ones are gonna write offers? So I was able to kind of take those 10 and say, okay, I'm gonna get these 2 under contract this week. These are the 2 that I know will write an offer. So that's kind of how I determine if they're an actual A. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. And then, like I said, this is my first time, so we're gonna wing it. So we're just gonna skip past here and see what's next. Okay, so capturing the lead. What do you guys like to do for lead generation?
Open houses.
I like open house.
Open houses, okay. That's kind of how I built my business. Open houses turned into social media on accident. It just kind of happened that way. So when I got into this, my husband was in law enforcement, so cops don't make no money. I quit my job. I made all the money. I had the insurance on the kids. It was on me. So I was doing 4 open houses a weekend for probably my first year or so, maybe a little longer. I would do 11 to 1, 2 to 4, Saturday, Sunday, very consistent. And then every single open house I did, and this is not for everybody, so I'm not telling you to do it, I would do a live video. And then if you guys haven't yet, I would recommend going on, and you guys all have Facebook, I'm assuming. Go into all the for sale pages. I'm on like 3 Republic Homes for Sales, Nixa Homes for Sale, for sale by owners. There's all these Facebook pages. I go on there, I do a live video, post them to all those pages. And then I started getting business from people I have never even met before, or people from those pages that would start referring people to me because they see my face. So it's just becoming top of mind is kind of how I built my business off of open houses. So if you're doing those, if you guys do those open houses, you're like, wow, nobody came through at all. Or I'm wasting my Saturday, or I'm wasting my Sunday. If you're making a post, do you guys make a post about your open house and share it and let people know? If you have nobody come through that open house, you had an advertisement right there. People know what you do. So keep doing them. They'll pay off. And the ones you don't want to do, is gonna be the best ones. You're gonna get someone. Any questions?
So what you're trying to say is even if people don't show up,
Yeah.
as long as you're showing it on social media,
Yeah.
it's still effective because you're still getting it out there.
Absolutely. So to be completely honest, everybody's like, you're social media queen, you're doing all this stuff. Everybody knows you. I'm like, yeah, but you know how much business I actually conduct from posting that house? I'm not selling that house from that post, but I am becoming top of mind, and people know that I sell real estate, and they know that I'm out there and I'm up with the market. I know what's going on. I'm working hard. So that's what they see whenever I make this post. So any other questions? Yeah. And everybody you talk to is a lead. Like I was saying, I won't pick up a phone. You guys can. Pick up the phone, they're all yours. Those business, you can have them. I don't want them. But anybody you talk to, they need to be going in your database. Whether you guys ball games, I sold probably, I've been on the same ball team with my son's team for, gosh, 8 years now. And I have sold 5 people on that ball team houses. Not the first year I was in real estate though. 3 of them was this last year. So it takes time to get people that you know to trust that you can do the job. Because a lot of people don't want to work with people that they know.
It's so true. Everybody's like, you just go to your friends and family. They're the ones that know, love, and trust you. And I'm like, oh gosh,
They know you.
yeah, they love you,
They
but
love you. They don't
it's
trust
hard
you
to
right
trust.
away. And you have to sometimes take yourself out of that position and remember, you know, you're brand new. Would you trust a brand new real estate agent with your biggest transaction? Probably not. But if you keep working and keep showing them that you're doing it without them, what are you doing, Mike? They will come to you eventually.
Okay, we're not recording this or
Yeah,
anything.
we're recording you.
Why did we put the kitchen on the front of the room?
You have a good-
I always wanted to do.
Am I doing this right? Nope. Am I killing it? Nope. Yep.
Oh, that it's not recording, is it?
Yeah, it is recording. Oh.
I got her.
Here for prosperity.
Can you just turn the,
Yep.
you
Okay,
are
but
good.
keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing them that you're successful and you are good at what you do, and they will eventually, we will come to you. My best friend used a different agent 3 times. And this last year, I sold her house and helped her buy her new house, and she fired her agent that she'd been using. So you just have to, it takes a little longer to earn those people's business.
It's hard not to take it personal.
Oh, I still get to take, yeah, I'm like, back up, girl, it's fine. But yeah, it just
Yeah.
takes more
Take a
time.
deep
So
breath and-
don't tarnish that relationship. I have done that. I
I
have gotten
started to,
salty. I didn't talk to her for a year. I was so mad, like, you're taking food off my family's table. so angry. And then after a while, and I started to realize I didn't need those people's business because I'm getting business elsewhere. I just started showing like, post every closing that you have. Let people see that you're being successful, you know what you're doing. So just keep doing it. And then when you make those posts and if your buyers are okay with you tagging them in it, that is also lead generation as well, because they have a whole different, I probably should have been on a social media panel. They have a whole different viewers than what you have. So you guys have any questions? Okay, if I talk too fast, just slow me down when I do that.
Yeah, I can work hard to make it look so-
Do you guys have any questions as far as like how to convert buyers? This is a code.
Yeah, pointing over there. You'd be pointing over that direction. Use the mouse again. Click the mouse. Use the mouse on the table. Click it on the Dell computer first.
Oh, aha, okay. Okay, any questions so far, guys?
So you said something about converting the buyers.
Yes, from your open houses.
Talk about that just for a little bit. I don't know what I want to know because you don't know what you don't know until you know it.
Yeah, so when I first started, like I said, I did a lot of open houses. Like I said, I don't make phone calls. I don't pick up that phone after they come through. So what I do, I have a open house sign-in sheet. I put them on small clipboards. So they have their individual own clipboard.
Oh, I've heard your stuff. Everybody's like this. I got it. Okay, go ahead.
So it took me about a year to like nail it down. So I've got my own sign-in sheet, which I'm happy to share with you guys. And they fill out their name and ask for their address. Do you have an agent? When are you gonna buy? I'm not chasing them down. I'm not annoying them with questions. I'm saying, hey, come on in, just be chill. I have, our water bottles has my label on them and my lenders. So people love that. Your lender will provide that for you if you talk to them. I use Brick Hours as our personal mortgage. And I just roll water bottles and it's got my information right there for them. I'll bring like little snacks. Keep it chill. I bring my buyer's packet. You guys have a buyer's packet?
I don't have one, but I need to. put
Yeah.
one together.
Yeah, get one, put one together. I'm happy to share mine with you. I don't know if I could probably get it brought up on here. But I started bringing that to my open houses with me as well, not just my buyer's consults. And it looks professional. They love that you're giving them something of value. And it's a notebook this big. It's not a business card. So they're gonna see it. And it goes over the whole buying process. So what I started doing when I did open houses was they would sign in on these sheets. I would just hand it to them. I'll crack little jokes. They go walk around, look at the house. I'm not gonna follow you around unless you want me to. Like I'll just joke with them and then they'll fill it out, bring it up. I'll ask if they have any questions. If they choose to talk to me, cool. Not everybody's gonna want to talk to you. Not everybody's gonna click. You're not gonna have great conversations with every person that walks through that door. Sometimes I really try and they just nothing, and that's fine. Let them. Probably don't want to work with someone like that anyway. So
Yeah.
After that, I've created, so they'll leave, whatever. Now I do work on a team now, so it's a little bit different. Now I can just hand it off to my ISAs who inbound sales guys over there, and they'll call them up and set us an appointment here. But that's pretty successful. If you guys get up, pick up that phone, I would just send an email. If they don't respond to my email, I'll shoot them a text. If they wouldn't respond to my text, then I would call them. Or if they don't answer the phone, at that point, I have their address. I will mail them a card with my business card in it. And kind of just multiple times, try to touch them. Don't give up on them just because they didn't respond the first time. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
I capture, just
Yes, I like it.
follow up is key. So don't give up the first week. Try to find out what they're looking for. And if they give you your email, you can narrow down some searches and send them open houses for the next weekend to go to. So there's so many different ways that you can do that. Let's see what's next. The appointment would just be, hey, can we meet at my office so we can chat, come up with a plan. You can meet me, I can meet you. Just be real chill about it. I find it much easier to get them to come to the office because that makes you a professional. So if you can get them in here, they will meet you here. Okay, converting them. Converting to A buyers.
So basically like it's saying right away, respond right away to lead inquiries.
Yeah.
Is that one of the first things you do is that next week is say, hey, what do you
Like
say?
after an open house specifically.
Yeah.
I usually don't bug them on Sunday. because it's Sunday. That's why I start with an email. So what I'll do whenever I get home and family, like I'm working all day, I'm gonna come home, spend some time with my family. That night before bed, I just have a prepped email that I sent to the same exact email to each and everyone that comes to the open. Hey, it was nice to meet you. This is what I can do for you. I'll send my buyer packet with them. And I do that Sunday night. And then if I don't hear anything by Monday afternoon, shoot that text, because you can see if they've read. Most people, you can see if they've read your text message or not. Mail out that card, make a phone call, just whatever system works best for you. This is just like locking them down, so show them the benefit of working with you. Yeah, go ahead.
You said you send them a buyer packet
Yeah.
through
Mhm.
email?
Yep.
What does that consist of?
Let me see if I wonder if I can log in on here, and I don't know how to do this. I can get your guys's emails and send you a copy of what my buyer's packet looks like. It's about 8 pages long. It just has like a real great like introduction buyer guide, and then it's got my big face on it with all my contact info. I've got some reviews in it from past clients, so that's another key thing is everything is lead generation. You can get a review, post that sucker on Facebook, brag about yourself. So you'll see other agents like, they're bragging. I'm like, no. Other people don't look at us like other agents look at us.
Yeah.
People, they think you're a rock star and you're this great person. I'm like, I posted that from the bathtub last week. Like, I was in my PJs. I was sick. I was, caring for my kids. It's a Facebook post. They don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, does that answer your question? Yeah, that was you back there. Okay, so just locking them in. I didn't really understand this. Again, this is my first time, so we're just winging it. So if you guys have questions, just throw it at me. We had this one twice. I don't know if it's actually buyer objections. What kind of objections have you guys gotten?
The market's bad,
Everything.
high interest rate,
High interest rates. How do you guys respond to those?
waiting on a market crash. You know, you
We've
get them all.
been waiting for a couple of years now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
A few things that I say to my buyers, because that is what we get right now, is we're waiting for prices to drop. I'm like, cool. You know how many other people are waiting for the prices to drop? What happened last year whenever interest rates were low? Everybody else is waiting. So I always tell them, I'm like, buy the house you want right now. Who cares if the rate is 20%? If you can afford the payment, and I try to steer them away from that interest rate, that number, to can you afford the payment and live comfortably? And make sure they know that you're not asking them to be house poor or anything like that. You're just asking them, this is your payment. Can you afford that? They say yes, okay, forget the interest rate, refinance later. And that's usually been pretty effective. But once those rates go down, there's gonna be more competition. Yep, there's gonna be more competition and over asking price offers again. So you can explain that to them in a kind way. And then if you have those buyers that are also sellers and they're holding out, they're not ready to list yet. They're not ready to buy yet because they're waiting for prices to go down. You remind them that you buy in the same market that you sell in. You're gonna sell in the same market that you're buying in. So if they want, to wait till prices go down, you're gonna get less money for your house. And just kind of try to remind that to them without, being a know-it-all, like this is, it's what it is. That makes sense? Any other objections that you guys have been getting?
Just basically that's it. I mean, and
Yeah.
them saying, well, I'm not ready right now, but I will be in 6 months or a year or whatever.
Okay.
So,
And that's a hard one to answer because we don't know what's gonna happen. And since we don't have that crystal ball, and that's what I tell them, I'm like, you can sit here and try to predict the market all day long. I'm gonna tell you, I can't predict it. I can tell you what's going on in the market right now. Like the people I'm working with this last year, like, we should have bought 2 years ago. I'm like, yeah, but you were waiting because prices were going up and now you're paying $50,000 more for that same house. That's, yeah, and I mean, that's just all facts. Nobody can predict the market. Okay. Okay.
I think
anyhow.
there's something about that TV, I
Is
don't
it
know.
this one that's like,
I don't know if it's that TV, if
Yeah.
it's the computer, I have no clue.
okay, any ahas from that? I'll just keep pointing this way, preparing for your buyer consults. It is super important to confirm the appointment before the appointment, even the night before, and then again the next morning, because buyers will blow you off, especially first-time home buyers. They are scared. They don't think they can do this. Just don't pressure them to say, hey, looking forward to meet you. I don't ask them a question. I say, I'll see you at 11 tomorrow. So that's my way of confirming, like I'm telling you, you're gonna be here tomorrow at 11. Instead of, hey, can you make it? Because then they're like, oh, I really just wanna go to that. But they set the appointment because they're gonna tell you no.
Like the one time you want to be closed-ended.
Yeah, so if you meet them at an open house, they're obviously excited about real estate at that moment because that's what they're doing. But if you set up an appointment 3 or 4 days later, they're like, I don't want to spend my Thursday evening in Springfield. I want to be home with my family. Just, hey, I'll see you tonight. Looking forward to meeting you. And leave it at that. Just don't even ask them. And they can still cancel. We don't know, but less of a chance if you tell them they're going to be here instead of asking them if they're going to be here. And so making sure that you follow up with them before, because you don't want to drive all the way up here either. And just hang out and yeah, you just wasted your evening. Any other questions on preparing? I think I told you guys I bring my buyer packet. I go through that. Always bring buyer docs. We can get into how we get those signed. You guys struggle with asking for signatures on those buyer's exclusive agency?
Not really. No.
No, you guys do good with it?
I mean, like, I'll let them, you know, like I'll show them a couple times without the buyer agreement, but after about the third one, I'm like, okay, like.
We're working together now.
Yeah.
We're doing this. I usually don't let them leave that table until it's signed. And I put it on Keller Williams. I say, hey, you know, this gives me permission to show you homes. I want to work for you. Once you sign this and I sign this, let's go. And we just make it fun. Don't make it, I don't call it a contract. I just say, hey, this is an agreement. And I'll tell them, you know, if it's not working out between us, we've looked at 4 or 5 homes, fire me. If you don't like me, not everybody's gonna get along, not everybody's gonna like each other. I'm not gonna sue anybody if they break that contract. Some agents might, but the reality of it, my reputation means more to me than this piece of paper. So I'll even write in there sometimes that they can cancel at any time, just with a written notice of some sort. Just so they know, like, I'm not forcing them to work with me. I want to work with you. So just be real and have fun. Yeah. So that's kind of what we do. Make sure you bring all your stuff with you, show what you can do, and yeah. Confirming the location and sharing. Whatever, all of me. Okay, so these are like things that we need to, what we're gonna be doing. So it depends on the buyer, on how I prep for this consult and how I'm ready. If they're pre-approved and ready to go, I'm gonna always bring my buyer's guide every single time. It gives them something big to take home with them. I'm ready to have them signed. If they've gotten a pre-approval and they've already talked to a lender, we're signing, we're sent you a search right then and there. So I go over what it takes to work with us. We agree to work together. We sign those papers. I pull up my Flex and I set up that search right there with them. So I'll bring my computer, or I'll get one of those rooms up there that have a computer. And then we'll even go through some listings together to kind of show them what's on the market. If they're not pre-approved, of course, that's going to be their next step. So we have, and I can send that to you guys too. We have like a step-by-step process, like first and second step, meeting the lender, hiring a lender and an agent at one time. Then we can get going. Until you've done that, we can't do anything. If we don't have our budget and know how much money we have, it's absolutely pointless. Do you guys have any questions about this section here? This was in your guys' actual packet, all this stuff. Because I know like Command, I don't use Command a whole lot, but have you guys kind of dug into it a little bit? They've got a lot of really cool free things that you can use. So this is like Keller Williams buyer's guide. So they've got like a prep one for you guys that you can use, but make it your own. Do any of you guys have Canva? Yeah, that is gold. You can make just about anything in there, and I print them off and I just put them in real nice folders for every single appointment. Have you guys learned how to like set your goals on how many you need? Like how many appointments do I need this month to reach my goals? You guys see that? So what I'll do is I will print off and get folders ready. So my goal is 11 appointments a month. That's my personal goal every single month to reach my end goal. I will print out 11 buyer packets, prep 11 buyer folders. If all those folders are not gone by the end of the month, they're carried into the next month. So we've got, it's a lot more easier to look at and visualize whenever your folders are still sitting there. You're like, wow, I'm behind goal. So that's kind of what I do to keep myself moving.
That's super smart.
Yeah, it took me a little while. It's like, I'm a very visual person.
Yes.
So I've heard of like listing agents, they'll put lock boxes on their desk. And if they're still there, they've got some work to make up the next month. I think most of these are just the wish list, all that stuff. You guys all know how to set up a search in Flex? KW apps, do you guys share those with all your buyers? Okay. It's got a lot of really good stuff in it if you're not
The
using it.
KW app, though, like, how do you track what they're looking at? Because I was like, you can do that in there, but I'm like, how?
I don't use it.
Okay, well, then never mind.
So
Personally, I don't use it.
when you had them, when you put their contact information in command, and then they have your KW app and they start using it, you will start seeing their search.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because the email is set up. Everything is set up and it's connected. So it will start like,
So the KW app is attached to the
Yeah.
to
I've been into
command.
two
And so
different
I'll be
things.
honest, I don't use the KW app. I did a long time ago, but now that I'm on a team, it's. a
What
little
I'm
bit-
finding is people just, I mean, I send it, but
They're
they
still gonna
don't
send
use
you
it. They're gonna
Zillow.
use Zillow, yeah, and
Yep.
so, I don't know.
Yeah, I just try to do the search as good as I can because I can see even those buyers I haven't spoken to in 2 or 3 months that's completely
you go to
ghosting me.
timeline.
I leave them on a search. Because whenever they open up that listing, I get an email. It shows so-and-so opened or has viewed.
Oh, on MLS, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of my main source is
I
MLS.
don't like,
Initial awesome.
I don't, I mean, I've set up searches several times and I don't know, sometimes I get it messed up. There's 2 different email spots. Like there's
Oh, and then
one
it's
that
hard.
goes out.
Uh-huh.
Connect. I don't know how it does. I
There's
don't
one
know
that's
why.
like a template that goes out every time to every
Okay.
person. And then there's like a second one. So sometimes I don't know.
So
what's-
what I'll do is I'll go into contact management. And then you can add them as a contact and then just their email. And then you can create a search that way.
Okay,
And then it attaches straight to their email. So every time they open up a listing from you, you're getting a notification that they've seen it.
okay, that's where I'm.
Yeah,
I
so
might
if
be
they're
missing
ghosting you, leave them on a search until they remove themselves.
Cause then I set up the search parameters and then
Yes.
add the yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
can
add
see
them as
where
a
that might-
contact and then create search.
Okay,
And then if you haven't talked to them in 2 or 3 months, they might get a listing sent from you and be like, oh my gosh, I need to see this house. They're gonna call you. So I mean, it could be 5, 6 months, who knows? So don't give up on those people that have ghosted you. We easily do that. I'm guilty of it. Is, oh, they're not responding to me. Oh, they're not responding to me. These people have real jobs. They have lives. Real estate is not on their mind 24/7 every day of the week. Like, that's just what it is.
so if you have people that have ghosted you or told you, like, I'm off on my search or whatever, I'm not doing this. And then you see that they are opening your emails,
Yep, keep
how
them on that
long do
search.
you wait or?
I leave them. They'll remove themselves. I need to see the buyer packet.
After so many times of them, like,
Aaron, I can help you with that. I'll send you guys, I'll send Shanna my buyer packet that you guys can take a look at.
but yeah, if they're opening them, obviously they're
They're active.
interested. So how long do you wait to,
Just let them go. Just keep them on there. What's it hurting you? You're not doing any work.
yeah,
That's true.
they'll reach
Yeah.
out to you when
Yeah.
they're,
Yeah, exactly. Like, they worked with you at some point. They were looking at houses. Whether or not someone's buying a house, they are always looking at houses.
Mhm.
So what I'll do, like I said, social media is where it's at for me. It's free, it's easy. Everybody I know has Facebook besides my mother-in-law. Everybody has yeah, like everybody I know. So if I see a cool listing, make friends with your agents. Agent relationships are so important. Find an agent that does a lot of listings, hold their houses open, give them feedback at the end, work with them. I've got agents that will give me their buyers because they're just too busy with the listings. Be friends with your agents. They are all awesome. They all want to help you. And just trust me, agent relationships are important. They're so important. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah, just leave them rolling. What else we got, guys?
On your packets, your folders, are they marketing, but like, do they have like the logo on them and everything, or?
Yeah. So for my open houses, I actually just went on Amazon and bought the clear folders that you just like put them in, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like presentation folders, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
Those are for my open houses because they're see-through. So I just kind of lay those out. Your lender can also give you stuff to present at your open houses, like different types of loans and what you have to meet to qualify for those types of loans, things like that. Brent Bowers actually will print off marketing for you with a QR code. So if they're walking through your open and they need to talk to a lender, he has a QR code that they can just scan right there at the open house. Boom, they've got a lender. I know if they call Brent and tell them they were in my open house, Brent's going to send them to me as their agent. So it's just getting creative. Yeah, let your lender help you.
That will do marketing stuff for me, and he
Yeah.
even like does a website. So
Yeah.
I can start pushing people to the open house website too.
Yep, bring as much as you can to that open. Don't overwhelm them, but bring helpful information and snacks. People like snacks. I used to do like a whole party before COVID, and then I'm like, should probably do like individual. So there's so many different ways that you guys can lead generate and just have fun with it. You guys, I'm sure you guys all have hobbies, right? Yeah, like I drive a Jeep. Jeepers duck each other. We have little rubber ducks that we sit on Jeeps as we see them. I made like a little flyer thing and I attached it with a rubber band, and when I duck people, it's got my business information on it. Hey, cool Jeep. And I'll have my logo on it. Just, there's so many fun ways. Kids have sports, some water bottles, label those suckers, give them out to parents. Might get in trouble depending on where you're at, if they allow you to do that, but just get creative, do some fun stuff with it. Okay, so meeting the buyer, getting them to sign, I guess is, you know what love letters are
Yes.
and why we don't do them?
Because they can go against the, what is it, the,
It got so crazy the
Yeah.
last 2 years. Buyers were suing sellers
yes,
for not choosing them because of whatever was in their letter, and they have it in writing. So it just got crazy. Our team won't allow it. So our sellers, if we tell them you're not taking love letters, we're not opening you up to a lawsuit. So when buyers are like, can I write them a letter? No, but I'll beg for you verbally. Like, don't put it in writing.
Don't get me wrong, I love my parents, I love my mom, but thankfully, they live in Arkansas and I'm not licensed down there, so I'm just here for moral support, but she's sitting on like a golden egg. She's got 20 acres house out kind of
In Arkansas?
in Arkansas, east of Harrison. And she's done a lot of work to the home and she just keeps making it better and better and better. And she wants to sell and move towards Eureka, but she is like, I'm gonna demand love letters. And I'm like, Mom, you can't do that.
Well, she can, but she don't need them.
She's put a lot of work
Oh,
into
she
it.
loves
and-
her house.
And it's a very different style, very hippie-ish.
Okay.
And she wants to make sure that it goes to somebody who's gonna not
Love
come in
it.
and like change it
Emotional.
all. And so I'm like, but
Right.
Mom, you can't do
I mean,
that.
she can, but she shouldn't. She shouldn't. I mean, do you have an agent over there that's helping her?
Oh, they've been looking in Eureka for 2 years. And they're the worst.
I don't want to work.
They've went through a few agents and, yeah, they're just difficult.
Get a referral fee.
Well, I tried that, but
Yeah.
then, they started searching in Mountain Home and then shifted to Eureka Springs. So I had gotten them an agent in
Yeah.
Mountain Home twice. The second one, Well, then they went to Eureka Springs and fell in love and walked into an agent's office
Oh,
there.
no.
And then they shifted their destination to Eureka. Well, the agent in Mountain Home took it upon herself to send her own referral to Eureka Springs. And I'm like, well, you
Cool.
really don't owe anybody a referral fee because they walked into your office.
Right, technically wasn't a
So
referral.
if I was gonna argue that, I'd say you don't owe anybody anything.
It's such
but,
an egg business sometimes.
I have shown them some things like on the Missouri side, like Shell Knob, Eagle Rock, but they want to be like in the middle of all the action in Eureka, so it's not working.
So they're a little, they're hard,
Yeah.
sounds like.
I mean,
Okay.
I think if the generation that is like looking for not their forever home, because it's obviously they're gonna get to nursing home stage, assisted living stage,
Right.
but like, I think that generation is very particular about the home that they have before that.
They're attached.
Like they want what they
Yeah.
want. I don't know. A lot of the retirees, I'm just noticing that like they want what they want.
They're different, yeah.
Yeah.
They've lived and they've learned to, they stand up for themselves and they don't
Yeah.
trust. Yeah, it's fair.
So, I don't know. Maybe
No
one day,
worries.
but I would like to, if she ever actually listed with an agent, the house that she's selling, then I better
Get that referral fee.
on
And let
there.
your friends know that too. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, we have a lot of friends that might be moving out of state and they're like, oh, we're moving, we can't use you. Every couple months, I'll make a Facebook post and say, hey, did you know that you can still help me? I can help you find a great agent in a different state and still get paid. Believe it or not, people do want to help. They want to help you. Share your goals, share what you're doing. There's so many times where I'll, like, at the beginning of the year, I'm like, I want to close this many deals this year. I'll get asked, hey, have you reached that goal yet? People want to know. So let them know what you're doing. You're not bragging. You're just sharing what you're doing in your life. Okay, so closing the agreement. So to get people to sign with me, if we have a pretty good conversation, I don't sign that document every time. If we're sitting there and I'm like, this person gives me the absolute creeps, I don't even present that. I don't present it. You don't have to work with everybody. And I can say in my first year, I took some pretty risky moves that I probably shouldn't have taken. Showing, if you have a gut feeling, don't show that house out in the middle of nowhere. I know as new agents, we're hungry. We want that business, be safe. So if I do want them to sign though, we've had a great consult. We went back and forth. Everything's good. I'm gonna say, I want to work with you. You want to work with me? And they're going to say yes or no. And I'm going to say, cool, let's sign. Let's go. Make it fun. Don't be like, we'll sign here, you're here. Hey, you want to work together? Let's do this. Like, let's go have fun. Real estate's hard. Let's wrap it up. And they'll sign every single time. They're not going to tell you no. If you had a good conversation, they're not going to say no. They might say, I have had a few that are maybe younger and they're unsure about signing this 6-page document with all these legal words in it. They may be a little bit nervous to say, take it with you, read over it. If you have any questions, let me know. I can send this to you later. Follow up the next day and say, hey, just checking in to see if you had a chance to go over those buyer documents or if you had any questions. Because you may not get them the first time. I mean, some people are more trusting and they'll sign right away. Cool. Some just are not going to be, and that's okay. Just don't pressure them because then they're not going to want to. We talked about this already. A lot of aha sections in here.
Yeah, there's a lot more in this one than.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of close to the end of like daily success system. So this part's kind of fun because I don't work like a normal agent. I kind of just wing it every day. I make it fun. I do fun things. One of the best advices I've ever gotten in this entire time I've been doing this is, like I mentioned earlier, don't try to do everything. Find 2, 3, 4 things that you enjoy doing. Put all your time and effort into those things, making them great. Your open houses may not be great right now, but you're going to learn as you go what questions to ask, how people are reacting to you, what to bring to your open houses. You're going to start creating those buyer packets. You're going to start making those relationships with those other agents, things like that. So just stay very consistent with what you enjoy. Because if you're sitting there and you hate your job, we're doing this so that we're business owners and we're having fun and we're enjoying it. Real estate's hard enough. Do what you love. So, some things that I do, I can go over this, but it's I will do a lot of fun things. So I track every single closing that I have. So I've got an Excel sheet that's in my drive through my email. Every time I have a closing, I update that closing in there. I have it at the bottom. I have tabs, January, February, March, April, all the way throughout the year. I will put the closing date, the address, the buyer's name, any detail about that transaction, how much they paid for the house. Was it a buyer? Was it a sell? And then every year I come back to that buyer and I follow up with them. Now throughout the year, I'm following up with them too. So like 4th of July, I'll do a 4th of July gift basket and I'll do a Facebook Live. Now you can't ask for business and bribe people. Just putting that out there. My lender Bridge will donate because our lenders can do that. So he will sponsor my events. So last 4th of July, I did like a big cooler with a lawn chair and some fireworks and just some cute, fun 4th of July stuff. Every buyer, every single buyer, not just the ones from that year, every client that I've ever transacted with goes into a bucket for a drawing. I got one of my listings. I mean, your buyers are your future sellers. They're going to move in 2 to 3 years. So keep very good track of those first buyers because they will be your later transactions. You're going to do repeat business with them. Take care of them. Don't forget about them.
So is there a way, so like.
It's so much fun. It's my favorite. Yeah.
So is there a way that you could do a drawing for something, but you've got to be able to get their contact information without saying, like, how could you do that? So.
So I only do my past clients because I'm not asking for
But
business.
I'm a new real estate
Right.
agent. So as a new real estate agent, hey,
You cannot, your lender can sponsor. They can call in to enter in a drawing. But the event needs to be sponsored by somebody else. So we can't do a giveaway asking for business. So we gotta be careful with that. I'm gonna say, talk to our broker. So be careful with that. But
Okay.
yes.
Can we do, like, if we're trying to beef up the likes on our business page?
We can't bribe them. You can ask for help. Like I said earlier, people do want to help you, whether we believe people are kind or not, and they want to help you, they do. I've got so many cheerleaders that I haven't talked to some of these people for 15 years since high school. But let me tell you, they watch every single live video I do. They share every post I do. Go on there and say, hey guys, I'm trying to build my business page. Can you share it? Ask for help. Yeah, we can't bribe them and ask them and say, hey, if you do this, if you come like my page, I'm giving away this. That's a no. Again, confirm that with Don or Jim and make sure, but I'm confident they'll tell you that you can't. So just be careful with that. Otherwise, I would do it every month.
right? I know, it'd be
Yeah,
so
we just
fun.
do so many things. If you're questioning it, ask somebody because you don't want a silly fine for something.
And they're pretty big fines if you do those.
Right, yeah. Some other fun things I do. I'll reach out to, I know you guys aren't there yet, but past 2-year clients, they don't realize that they're past that capital gains tax rule. So I'll send a letter to them. I've recently started going to expireds from 2 or 3 years past, not recent ones, and seeing if they ever ended up selling. Because if they haven't, they've got a lot of equity.
So what are some of the fun things you did when you first started? Can you remember?
I got really involved in my community. So I got licensed middle of 2019.
Okay.
COVID happened early 2020, right? Things were shut down. I made really good friends. All my boutique friends that I made in town, like I'm from Republic. So I just really leaned into helping those small businesses. Whether, it was a couple of shirts that I bought, I'm helping them, pushing people to their businesses. I created the Now You Know Republic page. Do you guys, any of you on that? Or do any of you, where do you guys live at?
I live in Republic and I think I'm on that page.
I already have, but I was gonna say, make a community page. If your community does not have one, I know Republic has like 5 of them. If you're in Rogersville or whatever town you live in, make a page. Like, so I'm in Now You Know Republic, I'm an admin in that page. You can do houses for sale in Rogersville. Just kind of start creating, people want to look at houses, whether or not they're buying houses or not. That's what I do. I just get really involved in the community. go to the parades, set up at the fall events, do something fun, do giveaways there. So yeah, community was a big one for me. Yes.
What can you not post on social media?
What can you not?
Like, you can post other people's listings.
So when it comes
While
to
you're
that,
at
so
them, or-
that's why I say build those agent relationships. There's agents that are like, please share anything you want anytime. If it's someone that I'm not super close with, but I don't know, I'll just shoot a text to the agent and say, hey, do you mind if I share your listing? It's really cool. And that's one thing is we have access to all of these listings. Go on there, ask that agent, hey, I love this listing. It's great. Do you mind if I share it on my socials? They're not gonna tell you no.
Yeah.
Unless that seller has an issue with that being posted on social media, which rarely that's not the case, just ask. Sometimes I'll put listing courtesy of whatever the agent's name, and give them a little bit of credit. My biggest thing was live videos. I'll go out and, because when you can't advertise on your personal page unless you say I'm so-and-so with Keller Williams, or so like every time I do a video, say, hey, this is Tawny Warnow, Lit and Keats Real Estate over at Keller Williams. Because I don't post it. I don't start those live videos on my business page because I have 3 times the amount of friends
That's
on
what I
my
was gonna
personal
say, on
page.
my-
So every video, as annoying as it is, that's my script at the beginning of the video. Hi, I'm Tawny Warnow with Lit and Keats Real Estate over at Keller Williams. That's my first introduction. I find a house I love. I don't like to show off houses that I don't love because it's hard to show off a home that you're not digging. So find something cool that's gonna catch people's attention. You don't have to put your face on live video. Most people won't do that, and that's totally cool. Make a post, share it around. Did you guys see Paulina's listing in Republic?
Yes.
Yes.
I had over 11,000 views on that property in 2 days. And I'll show that off too. That's lead gen. Look how many people I can get your home in front of. It's not even my listing. Look how many people I can get your home in front of in 24 hours just by one social media post. Everything's lead generation, everything you do. Can I answer your question? Okay, what else we got? What else do we do for fun? Yeah, we just have a lot of fun with it. I did do a buyer seminar last week and I had 2 people come to it.
We tried to do one and
We had
nobody,
0.
and there was like, how many agents, like
6.
Where did you do it at?
relics?
Relics.
Okay.
It was one that Shanna
Shannon.
put
Okay,
together.
be consistent with them. It's just like open houses.
Mhm.
I had 2 people come to mine. The training room was booked. I had to do it in Republic at 6 o'clock on a Thursday at Black Lab at a coffee shop. I was like, there's no way anybody's gonna want to drive through Republic traffic at 5 o'clock to get to me. I had 2 people come. They see me on social media. Both those people called my lender. One couldn't get approved. I'm working with one right now. This was 2 weeks ago. So you don't know who's watching you, by the way. So post. That could be my biggest advice. Keep posting. If everyone you know does not know what you're doing it wrong. Everybody talks about real estate all the time, no matter where you are. How's the market? Oh, it's good. It's always good. It's never bad, guys. Like I think it was you that mentioned one of your objections is, is it a good time to buy? Somebody's always moving. Everybody always has to have a place to live.
Yeah, she was
Life
like,
happens, things happen.
Yeah.
Market's still going strong even after a pandemic. Like we're still moving forward. So don't let the interest rates slow you down. Keep being consistent with what you're doing. Because if you're making it out of here and you're still transacting later on, people know that you're doing good. They know that you're not giving up, so.
I chatted with some hotels recently about doing, like, using their meeting rooms to do just a way to kind of lead generate, like, just go in and ask them about their meeting rooms and their,
Well, there's like Panera has
There.
meeting rooms.
There's so many
There's
places
so many
that you
places
can
that
do
have
it.
them
yeah.
that are free.
When I first got licensed, I keep talking about the water bottles. It seems really silly, but I would take them and I would roll up 100 water bottles. I'd go get those great value water bottles because you're broke. You're a new agent. You're not making any money. Go get the cheapest water bottles you can get. Roll them up with your thing from your lender. It's free. They didn't charge you for it. I would drop them off at the 4th of July, the little tents. Hey guys, I know it's hot outside. I just wanted to drop these off for you. Here's some cold water.
That's a good idea.
bye, like, see ya.
I
This
used to do those tents.
Yeah.
They want the water, I promise.
Yeah, so bring them something. Like I said, the baseball games, it's hot outside. Kids are hot. Bring them the water bottles. Like I keep pushing that. It seems so silly, but it's advertisement. What else? We do all kinds of fun little things. Everything I have is like mostly social media and past client referrals. Does have any other questions?
That's good.
Handwritten notes are fun.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, because that's easy. You're not.
I didn't like them at first,
Yeah,
and then when you get the response after, oh my gosh.
yeah, you have to do them and you've got to do more than just a few times. You have to keep going. Make sure your lender's giving you guys referrals. Make sure your lenders are giving you referrals too. Do you guys all have a lender that you're loving?
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know, I feel like it's a feeding frenzy and I feel like it's once you pay some,
Once you're an agent, they're all attacking you, right?
yeah, and I've been doing this, I've been in the business for 5 years, so I've actually been talking to these people for years and they've just never seen my face. But,
Yeah.
so I know of a lot of them and I feel like, especially coming onto a team, you kind of just assume their lender is your,
Yeah, no.
not assume,
But
but
on the team.
yeah, because you're starting and, so I had somebody right away say, well, I need to get approved. And I'm like, okay, well, go talk to this
Yeah.
guy. And then, but that was just because it was a quick answer, not
Right.
because that's who I want to work with forever.
Right, and it takes time to build that lender agent relationship. Like with Brent's not a lender to me, he's a partner.
Yeah.
His name comes out of my mouth every time someone needs pre-approval, like I'm very consistent. It didn't start that way.
And there's people that are lenders that I've built relationships
Uh-huh.
with because in the last 5 years that, where they're like, oh, awesome, you're finally an agent,
do it
and then, I don't know, so I'm kind of in a sticky waters, I feel
Yeah.
like, because
And it's okay to have a couple of those,
yeah,
because you can have a different buyer. You want to make sure that buyer matches up with that lender too.
yeah.
So we've got 2 or 3 that we recommend in our buyer packet. So whenever I finish up my buyer packet, I will put that lender recommendation page on the front. I'm like, here's your homework. This is your next step. It's right there in front of them. If you don't have a lender that you're using or that you want to use, this is right here on the top. You know exactly what to do.
Sorry, so when you refer someone to your lender, you should get a referral fee from them, so.
No, you
Agent
want
to
them
agent.
to, you want to build a strong enough relationship with whatever lender you love working with to where they start sending you business.
Yeah.
And it's easy, like you can advertise that lender too. So like you'll see me on social and I'm like, Brent Bowers did this, like share your success stories. He has won me deals. He won me one over Father's Day weekend because he picked up the phone and my buyer's lender didn't. I get it's Father's Day. I hope he had a great day. But Brent's dad, he picked up that phone. He took 10 minutes to talk to that
That's
buyer.
most people, if you don't pick up the
Yes.
phone immediately, they're gonna go to the next.
And that's just
person.
like with agents too,
Yeah.
which is why I get this agreement signed, because they can walk in that open house and they're gone. But yeah, he picked up the phone, and just because he picked up the phone, all I wanted to know is, can we go this high? What is our payment so that we know that we're comfortable before putting in an offer? Brent had him an answer in 3 seconds. They said, write the offer, send it. We won, we're under contract. Brent got the business because their lender did not answer. So having a lender that's going to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Is key. And like I said, you can use them for advertisement. I share those success stories. I tag him, I tag his business because he's got different people on his socials too that are gonna see that we work well together. And I know he's got to be careful too, because he's got other agents that, of course, send him business, but it's okay to brag. It's not bragging, it's saying, look what I did. This is so cool. I can win offers. I can do this. I want to help you. Because it's hard in this market, especially with the buyers on the buy side. Are any of you guys currently working with any buyers right now?
Yes.
Are you struggling with offers and winning?
They're both wanting unicorns and they're willing to wait for it. So I'm like, oh, of course you
At
are.
least they're hanging in there with you, right?
But I don't have buyer agreements with them,
Okay.
like I probably
And sometimes
should.
there's occasionally where you're like, I just trust them. They're not going anywhere.
That's kind of where I'm at.
It's a handshake type of deal.
Yeah.
But if you're just meeting them, get that darn paper signed if you can, if they're willing to sign it. If not at that time, show them a couple houses like you had said, earn their business and then get it signed.
Yeah.
Of course, when you're doing your calls, make sure you're checking the do not call list. I'm not an expert on that.
I'm good. I'm like, I'm
I
not
tried
doing
it. I won't lie. I tried the door knocking. I woke up a baby. I had dogs barking at me. It was a whole experience. I started sweating. You know,
This
it was-
would be
it
me.
And that would have been me.
awful. I
Uh-uh.
cried all the way back to my car. I was sweating. It was like
What am I
80 degrees
doing? This
outside,
is
90
not
degrees.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I did the cold call and then,
I have stranger danger. I
Yeah.
can't, now, I can walk up to a business, no problem. Because I used to be in hospitality and in sales.
You get it.
That's
You know how
kind
to
of
do
what
it.
we had to do. We had to go scout out the new businesses. So that doesn't bother me. It's like an establishment with probably video
Mhm.
cameras and stuff,
Right.
but somebody's home,
it freaks me out. Some people are
Yeah.
fine. Some people are really great at it. They're
Yeah,
super
you do
good.
Good, you
I
do
don't
you.
know.
boo.
I can ever, now, the guy that was in here on Friday, last Friday,
Mhm.
Rob Signer.
Oh, yeah.
He's a former law enforcement. I'm like, okay, well,
Mhm.
maybe I'll just make you come.
My husband was law enforcement when I first started. He's like, you are not knocking on those doors. Like, he let me have it. I was like, don't worry. I sweated so bad. I'm never doing it
Yeah,
again.
you're
It
good.
was awful,
No
but
worries.
some people are so good at it and they built their business off of it.
Mhm.
I will put my face on live video in front of
All
thousands
day
of
long,
people.
but don't ask me to get.
Mark Stewart ain't about to do that. Like, he is the cold calling king. Like, I will give that to him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking it. It's just not for me.
Yeah, everybody's got
Yeah,
their
so
own thing.
social media, open houses, weddings, birthday parties, those are my legion. I love going to birthday parties. I love going to weddings. I love going out to barbecues, because everybody I know, like all my sisters, I have 4 sisters, when they have birthday parties for their kids, their friends
Yeah.
come. I have all of them on Facebook. I add all of their friends on Facebook. They know I'm an agent. I sold my brother-in-law's cousin's house last week because he knows I'm an agent from social media. I never talked to him about it. I don't talk to I'm very antisocial in person. I'm really not a person. I'm not a people person. You wouldn't believe it. But he knew what I did and he reached out to me. So you don't know who's watching you. So just keep doing it. So I won't go over all this because I'm not, I don't do calls, but you can have them. You do it. I'll share those ones. Let's see what else. You guys want to do role play?
I don't know, I'm role played out today.
Today we had coaching this morning.
Did
and
you?
then, yeah,
So no role
So,
play?
yeah.
Okay. They told me I can wing it and do whatever I wanted to.
Do whatever you want,
So that's what we're
really.
doing.
some people stay and some people leave, like it's literally,
Okay, so totally, okay, I think that's
that's it.
all of that. So what does your guys' days look like when you're not in training? What do you guys do?
Well, I just started here in May 1st.
Yeah, were you somewhere else before?
So I got my license in September, but I got it in November, like when it was all like done.
Yeah.
And I was on a team in Branson, which I loved my
Oh,
team,
wow, okay.
but I'm way north. And so
Mhm.
it was like an hour and 25
Oh,
minute
yeah.
drive. And I was like,
What'd you do that for?
I thought with my heart, not my head.
Okay, gotcha.
She got me into real estate and I
Yeah,
was like, so
been
then,
there.
you know, yeah.
You follow-
And I
you follow
love
those
her,
people that you
love
look
the
up to.
team.
Yeah.
And so then she was like, you need to go to KW in Springfield. And so that's when I came and
It's been
totally
good.
fell in love.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, totally fell in love. So, yeah, we've been in here for the last 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, show up.
So. I
Well,
love it.
you guys being here right now is gonna make all the difference in your business. You can't just sit at home
No,
every
I
day.
gotta come to the office every day or it won't get done.
And it doesn't have to be a full day. We come in, our team, so like, I work with Wes and Josh, I don't know, you guys know who they are. We have what we call power hours. It's 2 hours, 2 days a week. From 10 to noon, we are all in the office and all we're doing is making contacts, whether I'll text people all day long.
Mhm.
Won't pick up that phone. but I will text 50 people in 2 hours.
You and I could be friends.
Yeah,
because
that's what I do.
that is me.
If I get on the phone and they start yelling at me, I'm gonna just lose all words and probably pass out. Like,
And then I'll never want to do it again,
Yeah.
and I will.
I've done it. I've done
I
it.
feel like I need a soundproof booth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was
So
another
if I
reason
get
why
on
I
the
talked
phone,
to.
share an office with Ethan. If somebody calls me, I'm out that door to my
Yeah,
own
you can't
space.
listen to me. Leave me
And I'm like
alone.
shutting it down like by myself. But you know what? I worked at a call center for 7 years prior to this. So you would think I'd be cool
Yeah.
with it. But if someone yells at me, I'm gonna start crying. It's gonna be a whole emotional mess. Just avoid it. Yeah. So have fun, guys. It's hard. But you're here, you're doing the right things, you're doing the open houses, you're lean on your sphere, even though they may not support you at first, they will. Even if you're not selling houses, look like you're selling houses. That's probably my biggest advice.
How do you suggest doing that?
You have access to MLS, right?
Yeah,
Find listings that you find interesting that are going to catch people's eye. You might have been, did you see Paulina, they talked about Paulina's listing?
Yeah.
I use that for an example because that's my biggest view. So you can see the views on, so
Yeah.
when I make a post, if it's a post, I post it in my business page first. Because that's where you can see your views. On your personal page, it won't let you. It might now, but I don't think it
I
will.
don't think it is.
Yeah, so you post it on your
It does
business
if you make
page.
it public.
Oh, everything I have is public. It probably shouldn't be, but it is.
So but you gotta make sure when you make that post,
The
that it
post
says,
says public.
like on privacy, that you
Yeah.
make it say public.
So you used
And
to,
then you can see cause I'm a big,
you had to like jack around with it a lot. Like your business page, you can't, or I think you can now, but you could, and then you couldn't share to groups, like throughout like Facebook groups. Now you can, I think. So what I'll do is I'll post it on my business page. Then I'll go to my personal page, share it from my personal page, and then share it to all these other groups. Like I'll share it to probably 13 to 15 different real estate groups or like community groups. So like the Republic pages, I'm on every dang Republic page. When I do my open houses, I really try hard to keep them in Republic because that's my
That's your-
target, that's my town, that's where I live, spend my money. So I rarely do open houses in Springfield or Nixa or the surrounding areas. I've just put my whole heart and soul into one town.
so like me being from a small town, what would you,
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm in Morrisville, so it's really
Morrisville?
small.
You have
Like
a guy you know Morrisville page or getting to know
Yeah,
your
there is.
neighbors?
And there's a couple different real estate agents in
Who cares?
Morrisville.
I live in Republic where Blake Cantrell is and Sue Carter and all these other
Oh,
big
gosh,
teams.
yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, who
Who
cares?
cares?
See,
Do it. Don't even make it real estate related. Make a post in there and like make your own page. Introduce yourself. I created do you guys live like in a subdivision?
kind of, but it's all like.
Are you friends with your neighbors?
Yeah.
I live in I always live in a sub. So I created a group for my neighbors. Anytime someone needs help with something, like I'll post in there. I'll be like, hey guys, I know that we just had this hailstorm. If you guys need a roofer, here's their contact information. My neighbor across the street reached out to me the other day, said, hey, I know you're a realtor. My in-laws are moving into town. You don't have to always make it business related. Help, just be there to help. So if you have a neighborhood, or if you're in that Morrisville page, hey guys, here's my roofer's contact information. I use them for a lot of my clients in real estate. You just drop it, like, and they'll be consistent with it though. One post isn't gonna make everybody know what you do.
It's true. It's good stuff.
Sorry, that was a lot. I spill out on.
No, it was good. It's good. No, you don't.
So what you're saying
Yeah.
is just like pick your favorite listing and
Yeah.
just post it, be like, hey, you wanna see this?
If it's, so my big thing is targeting first-time home buyers on our team. I work in the lower price points because those first-time buyers are gonna move up to that second house. Then you have a listing and a buyer. Then you have another, it just keeps going. So I target first-time buyers. So whenever I do an open house, I try to do between 165 to 350 price point. So what I do is I go into Flex. I pick kind of what I want. Just like if I'm searching for a buyer, I'll go, I want Republic listings only. We try to keep it within Keller Williams. You can actually search by brokerage too.
Yes.
And you can find all of Keller Williams listings. And if there's a really good hot one, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 200,000, share that sucker all over the place because that's what people want. That is what's hard to find. If they're not looking at houses to buy, they're looking at houses still.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, just choose what you want to sell and focus on that. It doesn't just like find what you like to do and keep doing it. Focus on your areas. Any other questions?
That's good. I like
It's
it.
fun. I should have brought like just a list. I didn't need this. I didn't need this.
How many people's on your team?
We have, we got 2 there, 3. We have 4 buyer's agents, 3 listing agents. Then we have 2 ISAs, which are in-house agents that helps set our appointments, but I work mostly off referrals. I don't rely on them to set my appointments. And that's the big thing. If you do join a team, keep going. Don't just rely on that. And keep up with your people.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's recent sales, those 4-year clients are just as important as last year's clients to me. Something I've been doing right now that's been really successful is running comps for anybody that bought 1 or 2 years ago. And just saying, hey, just letting you know, I think it's very important to keep up on your value of your home and know where you sit equity wise. I just ran numbers on your property. This is where you sit right now. And I'll give like a very broad number just so that they see that I'm still here and they're seeing money.
Do you send that via?
Text message.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't call. I do a lot of mailings. Recently I mailed out, it's really fun. I have like a little flyer that I made and it says, knock, knock. Who's there? Nobody, because I respect your privacy. And it's so cute. It's my favorite flyer I've ever made because I'm not a door knocker.
Yeah.
And then when people knock on my door, I hide. It freaks me out. And so I just made like a cute flyer, like joking around about it, because a lot of people are that way. They don't want you knocking on their doors. So I just made like a funny little flyer, like joking around about it. If you've thought about selling or knowing how much equity you have in your home, with my contact information, my big face, all that fun stuff. That was a really good one. And I just picked neighborhoods in Republic specifically, and I mailed it out to all those, like just pick a few different subdivisions.
I saw something really clever the other day in like just a private Facebook group, but I've not seen other people do this, but people hate when like you get in the private groups and you're like soliciting your business or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
or, marketing or whatever. They try to like make rules that you can't do
Right.
that. Well, they had devoted a whole thread to just anybody who is in the group to promote their small
Oh,
business
yeah, just
in
one
that
page.
thread.
Mhm.
And so I went on and I liked every other single small business and like, well, maybe they'll follow me back.
I have met some of my best friends through just supporting their small businesses
Yeah.
because they get it. Like that's how they feed their families.
So what is the best way to promote a small business without being accused of enticement?
Sure. So I shop in Republic a lot at Guest House Market. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. Hey guys, it's Mother's Day. Look what I just got my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. Stop in, or just don't even make it about real estate at all. And just tag their page every single time you're earning that business's page. A lot of people come into that business. People talk about real estate, whether or not you're a realtor or not. It's just, I hear it all the time, all around me.
I'm trying to think of ways to like collab. Like I've got a friend who has.
Ask if you, something else I did with the water bottles. I went around to small businesses and said, hey, these are free to you. Do you mind if I went to my tanning salon and said, hey, do you mind if I leave some water bottles here for your clients to grab? You're offering them free stuff to give out to their people. I don't care. Your nail salon, your whoever, your boutiques. The boutiques I've had a lot of success with. My husband thinks not. I'm like, I'm supporting, trying to come home with a bag full of clothes. Supporting small businesses, babe. He's like, that's not what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, it is. And let me tell you, one of them bought and sold with me last year. I did not know them before real estate. Bought and sold with me, and they're getting ready to do it again. And she is probably one of my best friends now. The other boutique I shop at, they refer people to me all the time. So it's just building, and it does not happen overnight. It is not something that you're gonna go in there, buy 5 t-shirts and you're done. It's gonna take consistency. And tagging them, just tag, you don't have to say anything about real estate, just tag their page. You can add in there, I love supporting our small town. Have you guys been to this place? Or go in there and say, hey guys, post your favorite small business to eat at, or do like a business spotlight, or those community pages are huge. especially in a small town. What else we got? I didn't know this was gonna be so chill. I would have just brought my own notes.
No, it is really super laid back.
Yeah, who's gotta
And
go?
today is like a day where everybody had stuff to do, so there was people that were gonna watch it. There's, I don't know, there's 3, I don't know if somebody's
Yeah.
online. But, no, you're good, that's really good.
Yeah, my biggest advice is just go have fun, find what you love to do and be consistent on it. Business will come to you. And don't stay home Monday through Friday. Get in the office,
Yeah.
get in your car, go find houses you like, show them off. That's what we are. We're real estate nerds. We're supposed to show off houses. That's what we do. Your jobs. So. Cool. Any other questions? Yes. Anything else I do, that's fine. I try to think of anything that I'm doing, how can I put real estate into this? How can I make this about real estate?
Yeah. Do you care if we get your number? Most everybody gets our email
Yeah.
number and just so we can put it in if we have questions. There's a marker in the cup on the table.
Like pick one that doesn't work. There, yeah, look at that. I haven't been to an Ignite class since I started. So. And you guys are welcome to reach out to me with any questions or come follow me on social media if you're not there and kind of see what I do and then make it your own. Again, make friends with your agent friends. They're huge. It'll help you win offers. Believe it or not, it shouldn't be that way sometimes, but it is. Matters. I went through all the slides.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I guess you can only talk about buyers for so long, huh? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes something I've been doing recently with how the market is and I'll tell my buyers is in the consult, if we're looking at, save yourself some time, if you're looking at 7 to 10 houses and you're not writing offers, you're doing something wrong. You need to sit back down with them.
Yeah.
And go back over and tell them that in your consult, say, hey, we might get back together like we are right now. And we're missing something. But if you're writing offers and you're writing offers and you're writing offers, you're just losing, you're good. But if you're not writing and you're looking at houses, you need to readjust something. And that's okay to say.
Yeah, they were saying in one of the other classes, bring it down to 4, and at the end of 4, come
Mhm.
back and renegotiate.
Yep. Yep. If you're showing a bunch of houses and you're not writing, you're just missing something, and that's all right. But when I was talking about the buyer seminars, I didn't pay a dime for my buyer seminar. I had my lender and I had an inspector pay for those. So like I said, we did at the coffee shop. It cost like $100 to reserve it. And then whatever he had cookies and coffee and stuff like that. And then the inspector came and then Brent came and they just paid for it all. So why not? It's free. Bring your buyer pack. It's just a buyer presentation with multiple buyers. So. And that might not be for you. Maybe you like knocking on doors and waking people up. Go for it. You can have it. I've never been so traumatized in my life. I cried when I got back. It was so bad. It was horrible. Yeah, show off what you're doing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm so crammed for information right now. Like I can't even watch a TV show without being like,
I veg when I go home. I'm just like,
no,
I'm
I'm looking at.
YouTube is your best friend too. I have Googled and YouTube so many things
Yes.
because I've always been a buyer. I do listings now too. But mostly I do buyers and
I judge
Googled,
their
I
houses
YouTube.
on the TV shows. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my God, that just ruined your value. You killed somebody in your house. Like, okay, well, that makes your value go down a couple thousand.
that's so funny. I love it.
So what'd you guys get from today? Did you get anything?
Right.
Helpful?
Yeah, no, I think it's all good. I mean, as far as closing it, I think it's
Have fun.
make it more simple, stay fun.
Real estate's not hard, guys. It is hard, but it's
Right.
not hard if you're just being consistent and just doing it.
That's what I was telling Shannon this morning. I'm like, everything's being thrown at you that you make it so much harder than what it really is. Just start small
Start small, find stuff you enjoy doing.
and it'll snowball.
Yep. That's exactly right. It took me a really long time to figure that out. You're welcome, Christy. That's the camera, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Well, again, if you guys need anything or have any questions or need help prepping for an open house, let me know and then I'll get Shannon my buyer packet.
Yeah.
And you can download. So something I recently learned is you can download stuff. I'm still learning Canva and you can just replace your own stuff with it and make it your own. So I'll share that with you guys. That's been very valuable. I use it. It went from just my buyer consults into my open houses, to my buyer seminars, to Brent, to wherever I can put it, because it has reviews, it has lender information, it has the process, it has everything in it, and it's not overwhelming at all. So, yeah, and ask your people for reviews.
That was last class.
Ask for reviews, and I ask for reviews after we go under contract. Because they're so excited. So
Yeah.
I'll send like a little cute little meme. Hey guys, congratulations, we won, you're under contract. Can I ask you a huge favor? And sometimes I'll make it, I'll say, hey, our team's having a competition to see who can get the most referrals or the most reviews. I gotta beat Kevin. And they'll leave one every single time, a good one. And I always make sure they know I like 5 stars. Don't mix it up.
There you go.
Yeah. Ask for it. All right, guys, that's all I got.
Thank you. That was
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, if you have anything, just let me know.
Like it.
There's no way I was talking for 4 hours.
No, nobody does.
Well,
No, you really went
I don't have
probably
any
very similar to
set up yet.
everybody else.
Thanks, guys. How do I stop this recording?
One that's already set up.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
I volunteered to take one of Amy Malia's open houses. And I have a buyer coming in this weekend and there's like 10 properties and they're all spread out. So it's gonna take me all weekend to get to all of them. But it's already set up for Sunday.
Or Adam.
Someone will, yeah, 2 to 4. I'm sure you guys are done for the week. Are you guys Monday
It's
to
at
Friday?
Nicholas Lake. It's on 7 acres.
Oh, no,
Which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Amy's listening.
Well, it can be really good. Try it.
I love a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. They will challenge.
I probably shouldn't have. I'm in this
So,
mode where I'm like,
Yeah,
I gotta get
I don't know if I do.
something going for the weekend and then something else comes. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man.
that's perfect.
I'm in a pickle now.
Yeah, no, that
So,
works out.
you wanna do it?
Yeah.
When
I'll
I
take it.
first started.
Okay. Yeah, it's up by Fellows Lake on 7 acres and they haven't had an open house yet, so.
Same stinking
we'll
things
have
to every
some
single
action.
person.
I can still send signs for you.
To the B.
Send it to
Yeah,
that.
if you wouldn't
Message,
mind.
hey, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
stay,
I've got
you know,
three
looking by yourself.
Okay.
For Sunday 2 to 4, so I'll go ahead and at least set your signs for you.
Or make it a
Yeah.
challenge, like with both, and I learned this at both.
Whatever lead. There's a lender that reached out to me
Competition to see who can
that
get
he
the
wanted
most
to come
appointments.
hang out, but I was
You
like,
want me to
I
do
don't
it?
know if it's gonna have much action because it is kind of out here, but
You make it a
he at
competition,
least said he
whether or
would
not
not
I'm
stick
gonna
free stuff,
ever
so.
be a challenge with
Okay.
Kevin or not, I'm
How
gonna
far is it
challenge
from
myself to get that
here?
review.
Oh, absolutely.
Otherwise, I haven't
It's
challenged.
like
but,
kind
yeah,
of,
technically.
like
If
north
people
of
want
Linstow.
Field,
Uh-huh.
it's just-
Okay.
A little bit past, just
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
other side
Maybe
of,
15 minutes from here, probably,
Or-
Oh my
maybe
goodness.
20.
20 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay, so
probably 20. Let me, what's your number?
And I got remarried in 2011 to somebody that was not. And I said that we're.
have,
That's great.
Yeah, let me do this share contact.
My father passed away.
Do you have your airdrop on? This is how I do this.
Oh.
Breast cancer.
Oh my goodness.
So like, and I was in the industry, my first 6 months, and we're like, at CBC, like, you know,
God.
so I have a ton of followers, but I
Yeah.
have to engage in followers that I, for 15 years, haven't been surviving. And now
Right.
I'm all of a sudden to a
Use that.
thriving
Use that.
place, so I've got to, but I gotta get it confident, like, they're not
Make
gonna
it
be like.
go.
What is,
"Oh my gosh,
what's your
Make
phone
it
number?
cute, so.
Hang on, let me just.
Yeah. No, it's
Take a
fine.
picture and then say, this many years ago, this is where I am, look where I'm at now. I'm building a business. Yeah, like, I made one, and this was, it was
417?
sincere, like I
771.
cried writing it posts. My
Yeah,
husband's in law
09.
enforcement, I'm in real estate. We're both working jobs that we love. We started out in a 2-bedroom house, 900 square feet. We now live in our home that we love. We're both working careers that we love.
They do.
They love to
Please.
see you
I
in.
got
They
that.
love it.
Except it's a word, I did not
Yeah.
expect a response like that.
Aw.
Like over 100 and some odd. It was, and
That's why I
like
took that
80
picture with
comments.
that Ignite, but when the buyer, I'm like, teaching my first Ignite class, like,
It
I
does.
would love to
I'm
see
always
you
on.
win.
So,
Whether
and then
it's a small
I follow
victory.
another lady on TikTok. I can't remember her name.
Oh, TikTok's got some good, is she redheaded?
No, she's a blonde.
Yeah, there's a few of them
Anyway,
that I
she's
follow
like
on
the
there.
new TikTok thing.
Yes.
People are not going to Google anymore. So
No.
to find agents, they're going to TikTok.
Yeah,
So
TikTok,
you gotta
YouTube.
come up with your area and why.
Make it
people would want to. You do,
fun.
like for us, we would do Springfield mix up
Uh-huh,
all the surrounding and tell them what's in each.
yeah.
Because that's what they'll Google, Springfield.
You don't even have to do a
homes.
video, like you don't even have to do your face. It's like a quick
Yeah.
little,
Is it
like, what can you buy in Springfield,
many do they
Missouri
have
for this
of
price point, and then show the house off. I love
It's
it.
a 3-2.
And there's one that dances in her videos, which I need.
Oh
to
my
see
gosh,
her.
have you
She's
seen that girl?
freaking-
She's hilarious.
She's like little short.
And she
Not a garage and a
Like, she
detail.
No,
gives,
she
like,
just
I was
like,
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 when we do that, I'd be
like
like,
the
oh,
little
gosh, she
stuff
sucks.
I gotta move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna take a peek at it.
It just is. Everyone.
Yeah, the girl I have, she's gorgeous and she's got red hair and she does that stuff. She like.
But the
do
girl
this,
that
she's the
dances, I
coach.
follow her.
She's
She's
so
hilarious.
funny.
I'm like, dude.
Like, I'll put my
you just
face in front of
nailed it.
thousands of people, but I ain't dancing in front of them.
Oh,
don't
I,
think so.
now see, I
Maybe
can act
a
like
few
an idiot,
shots,
but
No, but
I can't go back and watch it, because then I'll delete it. So like, when
Oh
we were
my
in that video the other
that's
day,
why
I
I
was
do
like,
live
I'll do it,
videos. And I used to,
But-
when I would do live videos, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna do that.
and you just gotta get on and just do it.
No, now I'm like. Then at the end of it, I'm like,
Don't go back and watch it,
I
just let
didn't
it
breathe
be.
at all. Like
Yeah.
there was, yeah, because once you do
I just-
live,
Me over the,
you're live, like it doesn't matter.
It
If
is.
you do it on your personal page, you're gonna get a.
2 to 4, you said?
2 to 4 on Sunday, yeah.
Yes.
Yep,
And it should be a good one. It's never
Yeah.
been open before, so.
I just followed your
algorithm.
Facebook stuff.
I mean, if I had that much,
My
that
budget.
kind of budget, I would be going for it. And then I'll get with that lender and see if they, I mean, if you don't want a declaration, come, but if you want some
If he wants
freaky
to, he
stuff,
can. I have a lender already,
yeah,
so,
okay.
but if he comes, I don't.
Okay,
Newly, like I was.
You know,
Really
is it on,
excited for it.
listed?
Yeah,
it is, just take a deep
I
breath.
mark it
Take
for
it as it is.
Take a day by
9
day.
days.
9 days,
It's
okay,
not bad.
okay.
Especially for 11.
So just let me know if you need any extra help. That helps me out a ton.
Yeah.
I'm like, you take everything you can get and then you're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, that works out, so
Yeah.
glad we.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool.
You're going crazy, like what's wrong with
See you
me?
soon.
You're like, it's not me.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, it was nice to meet you. If you need anything, let me know. Have my number down.
Yeah. and, I do feel hopelessness, which is where I was-
In front of people.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I was just.
Yeah, see, I have a different, which my husband's sick. He's got Huntington's disease.
Okay,
I don't know if you know.
yes, I do, and that is,
Do you really?
yes, I really do,
Oh,
my,
God, It's been so
oh my
hard.
gosh.
It's
It
like
is
Parkinson's and dementia
all in one, and
blended
it
into
is,
one person, and it is horrible, and it is.
he wouldn't even know who you were in a few years anymore. No, I didn't
see your husband.
So we're going.
Yes, her mom had it, so I watched her mom and she started with it. By the time she was just so far gone, there was no,
And it happens fast.
it does,
Mhm.
and they can live for a long time with it.
Our triggers just started, I mean, 30s is usually when it hits.
Yes. So how many kids do you have with it?
I got my daughter, I have 2 kids, my son, he's 16.
Okay.
And he started dating, he was 2, so he's with parents. I'm gonna get a daughter together. and
Would you
she's
test
6.
it or test it?
I can't legally test her until she's 18.
Which is good, because my kids,
Yeah.
I have BRCA2, which is the gene mutation.
Yeah.
for residency. But all my kids.
So is it like a 50-50 thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
They're like, I'm like, we can test you. No.
so they do allow you. See, there's no cure. and I think that's why they don't let us. And I want her to have that decision, but I want to do a better job at really pushing her to get tested before she's starting.
Yeah,
That's her.
Or
And his
even before
sister
she-
tried to.
so one of my best friends, she always made sure she was on we kept her bringing me because that's one of the prolonged factors
Right.
of Huntington's. So yeah, she like has her PhD and
Yeah.
she's crazy. She didn't have it. And actually none of her siblings have it.
Yeah.
She has 5.
See, there's 3 that his dad had it. His brother does, his sister doesn't, and we just got him tested. He never wanted to get tested prior. And I wish he would have.
So where is he at in the mental process right now, like with you?
He's shut down, he's depressed, we're divorcing, like not my choice, because we've been having obviously.
Well, yeah, because it's brutal.
It's a different person.
Mhm.
It's a lot, but I'm doing better this week. I'm here, staying
You
up
are.
straight.
Keep showing up.
Yep.
Life is what we make it.
Yep, but it's.
Everybody has trials.
For the other 12 years.
But you still live in, there's nothing
Oh,
wrong
yeah,
with still living.
absolutely. But it's different,
Mhm.
now. But like now he's like, I don't love you anymore. I don't care about you. I'm like, you don't need that stuff. And he's completely just like shut
Mhm.
down. No, I think
My mom did the same thing.
He's depressed.
Well, it
He had
comes-
no
it's-
reaction. He had
Mhm.
no reaction to the test results. He always felt, so that sucks. I was like, at some point, this is gonna break.
But I don't think for me, when we it's another register.
I see, you know, what's.
I totally know, I know exactly.
Great class. Great meeting you.
That was my first one, so like.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out.
I think I did an open house on one of the lessons. So in Nixa.
Oh, yeah, Poplar. Those
Yeah.
dang solar panels. Finally got it. We closed in a couple weeks, the 30th we closed. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Thank you. You did a great job, by the way. on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Keep doing
that was a
it.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no good. I know it's.
Brutal.
It is brutal.
It's a
And it's
lot.
And they're normally pretty violent.
It hadn't got like.
It's
not
verbal
physical, it's
first.
Very,
and
very
then
verbal.
it's Verbal, and then they start like, her mom would chase
They
her with
do
knives
stuff that
and
just,
it, like, is he walking funny yet? They start
Oh,
walking
that's
real
so-
funny.
it's fun. So he started, I don't know if this is recording or not. He started on testosterone.
Okay,
Because at first this was about a year and a half ago, he's like, I feel depressed. Like, I'm not feeling good, like I just don't feel right. We never thought it's because parents and everybody always said, we don't see the symptoms in you, we don't see the symptoms, so it never, we just, hey, you
Register.
don't have it, whatever. And then he got on those, and that obviously triggers some anger, blah, 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 and then like, he started getting real jacked. He's very much in working on. She always has. He started getting real jacked. Like, you're walking like an asshole. So we were fighting at this point, and like it's like he would walk like with his feet out.
yep, and
I
they
didn't
start
know it
like
was
kind of
something.
like she
Yeah.
would kind of get that, like.
Yeah. I didn't know it was something. I didn't know what to look for physically.
Mhm.
And then I started noticing speech slurring, and then like I didn't notice like his feet, like he'll.
They have little
He
twitches,
can't-
like they constantly.
And then his mom recently told me that she's noticed he's worse than either his dad or his brother. So I think him hearing that shut him down. Like he just is almost given up. And it's scary. Because I don't want I can't fix it.
No, you cannot. So I'm all about praying, so I'm gonna pray for you. 'cause I know that-
I'm not a hugger, but I'm gonna
hug
you.
I don't know other things I can feel, but I totally
Oh,
love.
these are real, not
Totally,
there.
yeah, they're.
You should just say they're not.
No,
Go
no, they're
girl.
prosthetics.
Go girl.
Some shirts I wear it, so, because
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
can't even
it's-
tell.
Yeah, but
So
if I
did you-
didn't, I had to.
Yeah.
They had to like do total,
Oh my gosh. bless
so
you.
mastectomy, had to do hysterectomy all the way up into like, so I didn't know when your ovaries, when you're a little girl, are all the way up into your upper cavities. And
Really?
so they had to go in and they cleaned all of that out and,
You go, girl.
but this was like
You're gonna do big
easy
things.
surgery.
This is you. This is
Totally.
your thing. This is yours.
So, God's got you.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm not
you-
slowing down.
No.
No, I can't. I got two babies.
And
And a
yeah,
backup
that's
plan.
kind of, I know, that's why I'm like, I told that, you know, I was like, I can sink or I can swim. So I guess I better start swimming because I can't sink.
You're gonna sink every now and then, but you can keep, as long as you keep
As long as
going,
I
you're
stay
gonna go
above
pop
water.
right back up. That's this business, so it is very,
Ah.
do the right thing.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we feel.
So 13 times.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. I didn't know I was gonna go in that direction.
I know. We never know, right?
This is like so fresh.
Yeah. So he wanted it first.
So we've been fighting, but I brought up like, I can't do this anymore. I just want to write.
So he's trying to save you.
Yeah, I can tell her what's going on there. Because we did do it, and he told me that it was a lot of different. And you know, it's-
Yeah.